Like, do you know how expensive a facial is? What's up, you guys? It's your girl Nessa. Today's video is 5 grinds that I started during quarantine. So if you're watching this, you probably survived wave number 2. Now, this was a hard time for everyone, right? This video is how I kept my sanity by keeping me working. We're gonna talk about money today, which is one of my favorite things in the world, because with money, certain things that don't stress you out anymore, and I'm all about like stress-free life. So this is why I'm grinding so much. I'm in my 20s, which I think is the era of have everything in order. So that being said, let's start with the video. I found 5 new streams of income. The first stream of income would be to have an online store, which I already have, called NC Lux. If you didn't know about this, that means you didn't watch my previous video, which means you have to pause this one and go back to my previous video and watch it. It's called I Started My Business with $300. Now, having an online store can be very lucrative and a super good source of income. But with everything in life comes pros and cons. One of the pros to have an online store is that 51% of the population prefer to order online instead of going in a store, which means your clientele is about 51% of the population, which is a lot. Why not be one of those online stores that people shop at, right? Another pro is you decide what you want to sell, how you want to sell it, how much you want to sell it, and how you sell it. So you have total control over your boutique. You're the CEO, the employee, the marketing manager, you're the social media person, you're everything. You're it for it. Another pro is it's a great long-term grind. Because let's be honest, you have to figure out a lot of things before you start, but it's a great long-term project. You can come out with new collections each season and keep it alive and keep it new at all times. So it's a great long-term stream of income. Another huge pro, working from home. Being able to lay on my bed and work at the same time. Guys, working from home is the best. One of the first cons I've noticed by having an online boutique would be the time commitment. It takes a lot of time, okay? Everything takes a lot of time. Figuring out, like, starting an online store takes a lot of time. It's a lot of research. It's a lot of knowledge you need to gain. It's a lot of things you need to research. It's a time commitment. And you know, very often people will want to start a business in order to be able to spend more time with their family and friends. Well, in that case, I wouldn't really recommend an online store. It's a lot of time involved, but it's worth it. The second grind that I found during quarantine was to learn a skill. You know, we had all these weeks in the house. We were quarantined by ourselves. Like, it's so much time to learn something. And I realized that, and it was just like, yeah. I was seeing on Instagram all these girls, you know, doing nails, lashes, makeup, ombre eyebrows, micro needling, and all things about beauty, which are all so expensive. Like, do you know how expensive a facial is? And learning a skill in the beauty industry is super smart if you ask me. I feel like our generation is obsessed with looking good, having good skincare, having good hair, having white teeth and stuff like that. So I feel like it's a great investment. So basically what I did, I learned a skill. I decided to become a teeth whitening technician. So I did the training and now I'm a certified teeth whitening technician. Let's say you invest $2,000 and then each service, each treatment is about $80 to $150. So within 10 customers, you've made your investment back. So now the pros and cons of learning a skill as to teeth whitening and micro needling and stuff like that. It's a lifetime skill. In 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you're still gonna know how to do these treatments. So you're still gonna be able to benefit from that knowledge. Another huge pro is that you can also work from home. So if you have a space in your house that it's free, you can always start doing those treatments here at home, so you don't have to go anywhere or rent a place. You're also your own boss and you work your own hours. You decide when you want to give those treatment. You are the person the customers contact in order to book you. So you decide all of that, which is huge. Having being able to manage your own time is something priceless. Now I started talking about skills. It got me thinking about the other skill that I am currently learning is Forex. Now, I'm not doing this video in order to convince anyone to get into Forex. I'm just genuinely letting you guys know what I did during quarantine that really saved me financially and also mentally. Because let's be honest, being in a house for that long without nothing to do, just watching TV, Netflix and stuff like that, ghetto.
Board is she.
That's right. Big pimpin', spinning cheese.
FX is actually a skill that I'm currently learning. So I'm still learning. I haven't mastered it at all. You basically trade currencies at a specific moment in order to make a profit. FX can be a very profitable business, but you have to put time in. Like I said, it's a skill, so you have to learn it. It takes about 3 months, 3 consistent months in order to master trading and be able to train on your own. Some do it faster, some take longer, but this is just like average. Now, the pros of trading are pretty much the same for all the grinds that I'm talking about today. So you can work from home, you manage your own time, your own hours. Well, not really with FX because, you know, the market you're trading in has certain hours. FX is also a lifetime knowledge. So in 5, 10, 20 years, you could be a doctor and still trade on the side. One of the cons of FX is that, well, first of all, it takes about 3 months in order to be a successful trader. So that could be a con for some people. If you're not patient, then that could be a con. Second, you have to put in a lot of time. It's a lot of training. You have to do the training in order to learn how to do it. If I compare it to the beauty courses that are available on the internet, most of them are about 1 to 2 to 3 days training. FX, we're talking about days of training. There's also a membership that costs about $174 USD, something like that. I'm not sure about the conversion, but you know, it can be pretty pricey, but like I said, it's an investment and you can make a lot of money with FX. Now on to the next one. This next grind that I started in quarantine is one of my favorites. It's called DoorDash. I'm talking about being an actual dasher. That's the term they use. As a dasher, you download the app, you choose the blocks of time that you're available to in order to do deliveries in your area, and then you make deliveries on behalf of those local restaurants. I've recorded myself doing a few dashes, so I'm gonna insert the video right now. Guys, so today we're gonna be dashing in this rainy day. Today I also have a few things I want to return to certain stores. I have few errands I want to run, so if while I run my errands I'm able to make a little extra cash, then why not, right? So come with me, guys. Today we're gonna be dashing. I'm wearing, you know, like a hoodie, leggings, and some Vans. So we just have an order, so I'm gonna put like the screenshot on the order I just received here, and we're going to Mr. Puff in Pointe-aux-Trembles, so come with me. This dash is actually perfect for me because I had to go to Laval. So this order I have to bring it to Laval and then I can do my stuff. So basically I'm being paid to just do my errands, which is so cool. So I dropped the order. Well, I didn't have to drop it. Like, she was actually waiting for me at the door, so it was pretty easy. I'm gonna enter here how it looks when you get paid for delivery. And yeah, so I made 18.50 cents just because I had an errand to run. So it's just like super convenient for me. Honestly, I think it's super cool and it's fun. It's something I just do in order to get out of bed. Like, sometimes I'll book myself to start dashing at 10 a.m. so I know I have something to do in the morning so I can get out of bed, because it's really easy to just spend all day in bed not doing anything. In order to become a dasher, there's a few requirements. You have to be 18 and plus. You have to have a smartphone and access to the internet and the app. You have to have insurance, a driver license, a car. They also do a background check, so you need a social security number. Just like the other grinds I've mentioned, you are your own boss. You work your own hours. So I decide whenever I want to dash, and nobody has to call me or tell me to do it. The pros, you also discover new restaurant. Like I was working in Le Plateau, came across this cute little like sushi place, and it looked so good, and then I actually went back there and it was indeed good. Now the cons. Now for the cons, I really only picked up two, which would be, you know, the gas. Because listen, you pick and choose where you want to go, right? So for the amount that they're offering, if it doesn't make sense to you to do like 12 kilometers for $7, then you just decline it, and that's the end of it. Another con would be that if you do it for long hours, then you're probably going to be sitting in your car a whole lot. Another con that I found was I was using a lot more internet ever since I started dashing. So that's one of the cons. If you're one of those people that can survive with 2 gigabytes, well, you might want a little upgrade in terms of internet. But other than that, I think like dashing is pretty cool. I'm gonna show you guys like my ratings and stuff, and how many deliveries I've done ever since I started. I'm trying to be very transparent also. Like I'm not being paid by DoorDash to make this video, so I'm just gonna give y'all the real tea. Now the last grind, Uber Eats. Now, I'm not talking about delivering food for Uber Eats. I'm talking about having your own Uber Eats restaurant. Yep. I did that. So one passion of mine is to cook. I love to cook. I love to be in the kitchen. So now I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The only reason I did that is because it was free. I could place my own restaurant on Uber Eats for free. And me, I'm the type of person that I have a hard time letting go of an opportunity for me to make money. I know how to cook, so let's go. It was just like a no-brainer to me. It was just like, yeah, come on, let's do it. So I started my own restaurant called Nessa's Pasta. One of the pros is I get to do what I love. I love to cook. I love to be in the kitchen, you know, the smell, the flavor and all that and everything. I love to be in the kitchen. Like that's genuinely something I like to do. Also, having an Uber Eats restaurant means that there's always food to eat in your house. So when my friend come over, they already know they're eating pastas. Another pro is that you get, again, to be your own boss, and you pick your own hours. Now, when I say you pick your own hours, Uber Eats doesn't force you to open your restaurant certain hours of the day. But if you want to be smart, you want your restaurant to be open in certain hours, like for lunch and dinner, you know what I'm saying? So that's just one thing about it. But you know, if you don't want to work Mondays, you don't work Mondays. If you don't work Fridays, you don't work Fridays. That's all up to you. Now for the cons. I found 2 cons. First of all, it's a lot of you staying in a house. So once your restaurant is open, Uber Eats send you this tablet where you receive your orders on. So this tablet has to be like working 24/7. Well, not 24/7, but while your restaurant is open, because that's how you receive your orders. Let's say your restaurant is open Monday to Friday from like 12 to 6 p.m. Then you have to be available with the tablet like all day, you know what I'm saying? So that's a con for me, because it's a lot of washing dishes, okay? It's a lot of washing dishes. Like I had like 3 orders last night and my sink was full. Like I had to do a lot of washing dishes. I don't like washing dishes, so that's a con for me. Yeah, guys, that's all the grinds that I started during quarantine. We have an online boutique called NC Lux. We have a teeth whitening business called NC Lux Spa. We have a restaurant called Nessa's Pasta, and we're doing DoorDash, and we're doing FX. So that's all I started during quarantine. I'm still doing actively all these grinds. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any more questions, you can reach me on Instagram. See you on the next one.